Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm at the Bricks and Minifigs store in O'Fallon, Missouri in the St. Louis area. I'm joined by Matt, and he's going to be taking us around the store here. You can see one of their trusted employees here at the counters ready to serve the customers as they come in this morning. But you've also got some fantastic kind of custom displays in this corner, so what do you keep in this section here?
Yeah, so this is our kind of custom section here, or personal collection sometimes they filter in there. Little Mario display, some 3D printed the buildable Lego guy before Lego released him, so we had a 3D printed one. Some tensegrity and other kind of just little knickknacks, things that stand out. People like to point them out.
I love the Mario characters there in that like 2D style. Looks great.
Yeah, really fitting for how Mario used to be.
And of course, tons of minifigs here. What is the cases kind of on top of the counter here? Is that different than what you do with the rest?
The little spin cases are kind of like for this case, it's the Creatures of the Galaxy for Star Wars. Just different things you'll see throughout your galaxy explorations. The other one here is kind of our Rebels, Resistance, the quote-unquote good guys, depends on who you lean on. And then a plate of Hans, of course.
Just a whole plate of Hans. I'm sure you get some minifigs like that in kind of all the time.
Yeah, when Lego creates enough of a character, it's just you have so many of them, and become a small army.
One thing that's really cool is some of the scenes that have been made here. So like the Star Wars one down here on the bottom, and we'll see some more later on where you kind of feature the minifigs in a bit of a vignette.
Yeah, give customers an idea of different ways they can show their minifigs off. They don't have to be just put on a plate or put it into a set in a specific way. You can kind of make your own thing.
And a couple of things that caught my eye when I came into the store is on this top shelf up here, you've got the Star Wars and Dino Attack sets. So what are those two sets there?
Yeah, the Star Wars set, the Slave One Jango Fett, with carrying case becomes its own pinnacle of a collector's item from 2002. And then the Dino Attack from 2005, again, back when Lego did the flip-top box style. I mean, you can see the T-Rex there, his eyes light up when you press the little button down. So things that Lego doesn't quite do anymore. It's a neat little venture back into time.
Mm-hmm. And below that, tons of fantastic used open sets here as well. You can see a variety of like the big Technic stuff, the guitar set, just kind of some of everything there.
Yeah, it really runs the gambit and everything. Obviously, starting with Star Wars in there, and like you said, works its way down through the different Technics, bigger sets, Ninjago. We have a decent amount of space stuff that's been coming in recently.
Now this is definitely my favorite case of minifigs in front of us here, and this is a lot of the classic themes. What all do you have represented in this section?
Yeah, I like to call it the nostalgia case. You know, I got classic space, castle, pirates, and then you also filter in some of the stuff from TV shows, movies, things like that.
Yeah, I love the little kind of ship interior scene there with the cannons. Yeah. That looks really great.
Again, just another little scene to show you different ways you can show off your minifigures or make custom displays.
And as we move around the corner, you've got tons more minifigs and then all of the animal accessories, which always look fantastic, especially things like the dinosaurs that are so cool. For sure. Little food pieces, all sorts of fun stuff.
Yep, great stuff to add to your city builds or however you do your builds, whether it's city, dinosaurs, forests.
And then on the wall, you've got some custom stuff. So where did the letters and those mosaics come from?
Yeah, the letters came from, we have a club that meets on Fridays. They 8 to 15, I believe, is the age range on them. But they wanted to do a little thing for the store for us, so we had them make letters that we could put up on the wall, and we'll have a Bricks and Minifigs logo going up above that soon. And then the mosaics up there are put on display from a local artist here.
Yeah, very nice. And on the corner here, you see a bunch of the green kind of landscaping pieces. Do you have people coming in looking for specific pieces like that for a build? Is that something you try to keep separate?
Yeah, we definitely like to have it here. When you're trying to kind of add into your city builds again, or I mean, forest builds and things like that, it's great to have the foliage kind of separated. You can find the specific parts you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. That works really well. And then tons of little builds packed in here for the lower price point.
Yep, our budget or kind of the allowance case. You know, kids come in with some birthday money or Christmas money, or even adults, you know, a quick, easy way to grab a car to, again, throw into your city builds or Star Wars builds, things like that, just to add to the density of your displays.
And against this wall, there's some retired sets. You see things like Bionicle here. Then, of course, some of the older like superheroes, Lego Batman movie, stuff as well. One of the old classic Willis Tower architecture set. So you get some of the harder to find stuff as well.
Yeah, for sure. We like to have the certified stuff available. Not everyone likes to buy a set that's pre-built, so it gives them that experience of almost like new. We bag it up accordingly to the instructions, and we make sure all the pieces are there.
Very good. One thing I love at the Bricks and Minifigs stores is when there's some custom displays. So this one is inspired by Star Wars, right? What are some of the details in this section?
Yeah, so it was built off of one of the novels, Thrawn novels. Just kind of a droid factory on a remote island as they were, or remote planet as they were prepping for an attack. And there's lots of hidden Easter eggs in there. Kids love to point out things, and they think something's not supposed to be there, so they think they're finding something that's, a mistake when it was really
Little
just
hidden
intentional.
secret.
Yeah.
What are some of the Easter eggs throughout this?
Well, the C-3PO kind of stands out the most in the line of battle droids there. Up against the wall, the red wall here, we have some construction workers, and if you come around the corner of the tram, there's a Indiana Jones being chased by the boulder.
Perfect. And was this done by like an employee at the store or a fan? Where did this come from?
Yeah, just one of our local customers. Him and his father come in quite often, and they wanted to do something for the store, and they spent a couple weekends after a couple days after school, a couple weekends just pulling stuff from our bulk bins and putting stuff together.
And from there, we can mention the party room here as well. So,
Yeah.
of course, a great spot to have all sorts of fun events.
Yep, we rent out parties for mostly birthday parties, but really any kind of event you can do. Racetrack's kind of the main feature, but you can do any kind of free building activities. If you have a specific project you're working on, you can always rent the space out, and it's a dedicated space where, wide open, you're not running around and bumping into people.
Very nice. As we work our way down the wall outside the party room, you've got the big windows you can see inside there, and then you're kind of surrounded by all of the sealed sets. So a lot of this is this all currently available sets in this section?
Yep, so these will be all the new in-box stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll get retired stuff that sneaks its way in here, point in case we have the RC app-controlled Batmobile.
Very nice. And then get some Harry Potter here.
Yeah, we try to make sure everything is as close to its themes as possible.
Lots of superheroes on this side, and then into the Star Wars here. And in addition to the sealed sets, you've got another custom Star Wars. This another kind of fan-made.
Yeah,
customer.
so the landing pad here is all custom, other than the ship itself is from a set. But again, it was we were allowed to put on display from a customer. He brought it in just the other day, and we helped set it up and get the table and everything ready. And then the Ewok Village and the AT-AT are from the Lego sets proper. Just seemed fitting to kind of put them all in the same world,
Yeah, I love this build here, especially the details on the ground floor with kind of the minifigs moving through the little trees. So there's kind of a lot to find as you start to look around there.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, again, where our plant case really comes in handy for building custom mocks like this.
And then in the middle of the store, you can build minifigs and, of course, lots of bulk as well. I see these yellow trays here. What are those for?
Yep, sorting trays. So, if you have a lot of little stuff, you can scoop them on there and filter off what you don't want and then dump what you do want into your cup or your bags. Just kind of helps. I mean, if you've ever sorted through small parts and things like that, it's kind of difficult to have handfuls of them.
Very nice, and you kind of break it out by piece as well, so you can find some of the specific types of pieces easier.
Yeah, the two tables here are kind of the anything goes, Technic, Bionicle type stuff, tires, and then we break up plates and bricks here because those are usually your quick building, things you need for doing mills plates or just scaling on mass. So it's just an easier way to grab and go.
Gotcha. So you've got lots of great stuff available in the store here. Do you sell any of this online, or do people have to come into the store if they want to buy stuff?
Currently, we're just in store. We are working on our storefront right now. It's mostly built out. It's just a matter of getting the inventory and the shipping set up.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, all very complicated to figure that stuff out.
It's a process.
What is your online presence like in general, like with social media and stuff? People want to follow the store.
Yep.
How does that work?
We have Instagram and Facebook, Bam Fallon Mo. That's where we're at. We try to do daily posts for the most part. We will showcase either new sets that come in or some of the nicer retired stuff, or sometimes it's just kind of the little silly today's day, international day of, whatever. So try to stay pretty active and
Yeah, very cool. Well, everyone watching, make sure you come in and check out the store here. You can see some of the really cool, unique products like the Star Wars stuff and the Dino Attack that we saw earlier. There's always unique, fun stuff coming into the store here. So make sure you come and check it out, and we'll put links to the website and social media in the description as well. Thanks so much for the tour.
Oh, thanks for coming in today, guys.